We have finally received brand new banner updates starting from version 6.5 all the way up to version 7.0, and this time the information includes confirmed characters, highly reliable rerun predictions, upcoming new characters, and even possible Chronicled Wish banners. Some parts are fully confirmed while others are based on very strong leaks and past banner patterns, so take the later patches with a grain of salt. In this video, we are going step by step from 6.5 to 7.0 and breaking everything down in a clear and simple way, so you know exactly which characters may be coming and which ones you might want to save for. Starting with version 6.5, this patch is considered fully confirmed according to current reliable leaks. The new character in this version is Linnea, who is a lunar crystallized support character. Lunar reactions happen when Hydro and Geo interact with lunar-type characters, creating a stronger version of Crystallize, and right now this reaction is one of the strongest team mechanics in the game. Linnea is expected to be a support and healer. Her burst can heal the entire team while her elemental skill summons an off-field companion that deals area damage and helps trigger lunar crystallize reactions. Because of this, she will work extremely well with characters like Zibai and Colombina, but the downside is that she is very restricted to lunar teams, meaning she is not as flexible as other supports. For reruns in 6.5, we are expecting Lauma, Nefer and Chasca. Lauma and Nefer will be getting their first rerun, which makes sense based on the usual banner cycle. Lauma is currently looking like the biggest highlight of the patch because she works in multiple lunar teams and is much more flexible than Linnea. Nefer is still a very strong main damage dealer, and Chasca is one of the most universal characters we have right now because she can work with many different elements and team setups. Moving to version 6.6, this patch is half confirmed and half speculation. The confirmed part is the new characters, which are Nicole Reine and Lohen. Nicole Reine is expected to be a Pyro Catalyst support character. According to leaks, she is going to be a very strong S-tier support with buffs that work especially well with Hexencircle-related characters and teams connected to Durin. She is rumored to provide team buffs, shields, and reaction bonuses, which could make her one of the best supports released in a long time. The second new character is Lohen, a knight of Favonius who is below Varka in rank. Current information suggests he may be a support character, and there is a strong possibility that he will be added to the standard banner after his release, which would make him similar to characters like Tinery and Dihaya when they first came out. For reruns in 6.6, the most likely candidates are Durin and Mavuika. Mavuika is the Pyro Archon and has not appeared for a long time, so her rerun timing fits perfectly. Durin also makes sense because older Nod-Krai characters are starting to return, and his banner slot lines up with the current rerun pattern. Now moving to version 6.7, this is where things become less certain, but the current leak pattern is still very believable. The new character expected here is Sandrone. She is rumored to be a cryo character with puppet mechanics, which fits her Fatui Harbinger theme. Leaks suggest she may use off-field companions or mechanical puppets to deal damage, possibly similar to summon-type gameplay. She could become one of the most unique characters in the Nod-Krai arc depending on how her kit works. For reruns in 6.7, Colombina is very likely. If we follow previous version patterns, Archons usually rerun near the end of their region's update cycle, so her banner here would make perfect sense. Zibai is also very likely because he released in the same version cycle, and characters from the same arc usually rerun together. The final rerun slot could go to a Natlan character or another older limited unit, but it is unlikely that we will get many more Nod-Krai reruns this late because most of them will probably be saved for the next region transition. There is also a strong chance that 6.7 will include a Chronicled Wish banner. The exact region is unknown, but Fontaine or Liyue are the most likely options because those characters are old enough now to be placed into chronicled banners, while newer Archons and recent characters will probably not be included yet. Now moving to version 7.0, this will be the start of the Snezhnaya region, which means we will begin the next major story arc. The most likely new character for 7.0 is Alice. She is expected to act as our guide into Snezhnaya, so releasing her at the start of the region would make perfect sense. Leaks suggest she will be a pyro-catalyst character, and, because of her importance in the lore, she is expected to be a very powerful unit. For reruns in 7.0, we will probably start seeing early Nod-Krai characters returning, with Varka and Lana being the most likely candidates based on release order. This follows the usual pattern where characters from the previous region begin rerunning once the next region starts. Looking beyond 7.0, there are several characters that are almost guaranteed to release during the Snezhnaya arc. Capitano is one of the most likely Harbingers to become playable, even though some people still doubt it. Tor is also very likely because he is deeply connected to Snezhnaya and the Fatui story. Pantalone and Pulcinella are also strong candidates since they are both Harbingers from Snezhnaya. Piero, the leader of the Fatui, is expected to appear later in the arc, possibly closer to the end of the region's story. Of course, the biggest character we are waiting for is the Cryo-Archon, the Tsaritsa. She is basically guaranteed to release during the Snezhnaya cycle, although it may not happen immediately in 7.0. Archons usually release later in their region, so she could come in a later 7.x update instead of the first patch. Right now the banner schedule is looking very stacked, and, depending on your account, saving Primo Gems is going to be extremely important because there are too many strong characters coming close to each other. We also still do not know what will happen after the main story finishes. There are already rumors about the story continuing after Snezhnaya, and there is even talk about a possible second saga after the current one ends, but nothing is confirmed yet. That is all the current banner information from 6.5 up to 7.0 based on the latest reliable leaks and banner patterns. As always, plans can change, but this is the most accurate schedule we have right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.